Just wait. I can just enlarge the screen. Okay. So today's class will be more on the practical lab part because although some of you have submitted me, like many people have not yet done. So I have already given 3 assignments, and still people are confused about it. Why, I don't know why they are not submitting me even after naming them. So please, I'll show you once again, like all the like field assignment 3 what I have given you. I have done it myself, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So whenever, let me start now. See, whenever you go for the MySQL shell, you will get this screen. Okay, when you install this MySQL, you need to type MySQL shell, then you will get this screen. Okay, then you need to use go for the slash SQL to enter do the SQL queries. Once done, you need to connect to the server. So let me now just go for the few commands that I have used. First, there was a question about creating the table. Okay, let me show you. I have created the table. So this is the command for, just check once more. Who I know, like many of you have submitted. Still for the others, okay, those who are not clear, have not shown me the assignment, for you it will be beneficial. I have done the assignment myself, so you can just check it. Okay, so for creating the table which I have given you, like the assignment question. Okay, just let me show you the assignment. Let me, if I can share the yes, this one. So this is a set of questions which was given. Okay, so you need to first create a table consisting of this IDs. Okay, these are the column names. So there I have missed one column, that is the date should be included here. So suppose I write the date. Okay, then you need to create the this statement. How will you do it? You need to use this query. Okay, I think for those people who have already shown me, this will be just a revision for you people. Okay, so what I have done, you can see, create table student, then student ID, int primary key. So the student ID, like it's a name of the column, it is the data type int, and it will be the primary key, that it will contain only unique value. Okay, next we have the first name, which is of size, data type varchar of size 50 characters. So in any number of characters you can give, so it is basically the varying length. Then we have the L name, again varchar 50, city varchar. I have it will be the date of birth actually, but I have given date, so you can rename it to DOB of data type date. Phone number is int. GPA is data type float. So you are aware from C programming that float variables will take the decimal point. So that is why we are going for float. The integer will not take the decimal numbers. And in GPA, we are storing, if you just check again, so you have this like floating point number. So I'm using the float. Okay. So your table is created. So if you want, once you will get, once you type this query, you enter, close this using semicolon, and then you will enter and you will get that query is okay. If your query is okay, you need to check like whether it's working or not. So you can describe the student schema. So you get, this is the field. So you have this other field names are there, where student ID, varchar, L name, city, date, phone, and GPA are your column names. Okay, these are the type are mentioned here. So this student ID is the primary key. That is why it is mentioned PRI, and it cannot be null. Okay, other values can be null because we have not mentioned any constant. So the constant we have studied earlier in the first classes, in the previous classes, like constants we have like not null constant is there, foreign key constant is there, lots of constants. I'll discuss one more time if you want. Okay. Next, what we do, going through this assignment now, we have displayed the structure of the table using the command DESC, then the name of the table. Okay. This is the second assignment, second question. DESC student. This is the description. You have done it. Next, we have to insert these values. Okay, we need to create the table in this way. So what we have done is use the query. Okay, insert into student, that is insert into table name, values, then whatever values are written. So for any integer number or floating point number, so we don't have to use the single inverted commas. Okay, but for the any character or the date, we have to we have to insert it within quotes. Also, you remember, just see the here the date format is different, but here the date format is different because this is a format accepted by default format accepted by date. Now this is done, it is okay. Now in the next, you see, we have to give this, we have to keep this one as empty. So what I have done is I have chosen the fields, which fields I want to enter the values, and then I have entered the values for it. In this both ways you can do it. Either, if when you don't mention the attribute names here, it means you are by default you are going to insert values for each of these columns. Okay, and when you make it specific here, that means we will enter values on only onto this specific columns. So here you see in the second column, we are not entering phone number. So when we are not entering phone number, the default value for phone number is null. So it will contain null value. So we need to, after we have inserted all the values, okay, our next assignment, next question is display all records. So how do we display it? Just check. So this is how we display it. Okay, select star from student. So if we want to like display all the details, then we need to use this symbol star. So it means we are selecting the information from all the columns. So this is how our table looks. Okay, now you can check, this is similar to this table. So our table is created, right? Whatever till number 3 we are over. Actually till number 4 we are over. Now any confusion till this point? Those who have not shown me how do we have created this table? Any confusion? Okay. Yeah. All right. Next is, question is, edit the record with student ID 103 and change the city to Dibrugarh and phone number to such and so and so. So in this case, so editing is done, right? We have to change the city. So we need to think of which command we should go for. So for that, we'll go for updating, because in student ID 103, already Silchar is present in the city name. Okay, so we need to update that value. So how do we update it? Using the update command. So see, just let me, yeah. So it is update student, that the update is a, then update is a command, then student name of the table, then set this city equal to Dibrugarh, comma, phone number equal to this one, where student ID equal to 103. So many of you, what you people like do is like write in this is a single query, right? Many of you, when you have done it right in two queries, like set city equal to Dibrugarh, and again you have run the query like and done in the second one. So it is not correct. When it is written in one line, the question is for number 5 only, so I have to do it in one. So we will use the comma operator in it. Okay, now since see this command, what we do, it will show just query is okay, but it will not display that whether we have updated it correctly or not, whether the value has been updated in the table or not. For this purpose, we again need to retrieve the command. We have to use the command select star from student. Then we can check, yes, it has changed the value from Silchar to Dibrugarh, and also the phone number is updated. Okay, any confusion in the update command? In the update command, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next we have delete record with student ID 103. Fine. So this is a very like a direct question which we had in the slide also when it's a delete, like we need to delete the record of student ID 105. So we will directly write delete from student where student ID equal to 105. Okay. Again, that will give the answer that query is okay, but you cannot display it. For displaying, you need to use the retrieval command, that is the select star, that whether it has been deleted or not. Now, when we run this command, select star from student, you check the table, the row has been, row ID 105 has been deleted. Okay. Next, what is the command? So, next the question is, display all records of student who lives in Shillong, Guwahati or Dibrugarh. So we need to display, so like student cities, right, in which cities they live. So here in this, we like select star from student where city in Guwahati, Dibrugarh and Shillong. So ultimately what? It will display all the records, right? Next, display the records of all students whose GPA is within 8 to 10. So we can use the like this one is the special operator is there between and. So it's written that its GPA is within 8 to 10. So if we take this one, so we'll find, if we run this query where GPA is, so we will get the answer is such. Okay, so for 103 and 104, it's like its GPA is within 8 to 10. Okay, now what is the next command query? Display the record of all students who were born the earliest. So here, like you need to display everything. Again, we need to use the select star from student and who were born the earliest. So we are going to order it by date. Once we order it by date, we will get something. You see, it has been sorted. It has been sorted. Next, okay. Next is display the records of all students whose first name starts with A or whose last name ends with S or A. So you can see it's a combination of three things. Either it will start with first name will be A or last name will be S or A. So in this case, we need to use the like operator we have studied. Okay, in the single query command. So here we will run in such manner. Okay. Select star from student where F name like A, then this is that any number of characters. So like first name will be A and then after that it can contain any number of characters. Then we'll use the logical operator or L name like it can L name, that is the last name, can be it should end with S. So it can be any number of characters can be before S. Okay, or last name like this one, any number of characters, and then we are ending it with A. So we'll have this Akash and Satya. You see, both of this like first name starts with A. So this condition is matched. So it's printing, right? Again, we'll find the last name ends with A or S. So it is Sharma. So it is showing the displaying the result. So we have merged these queries together using the OR operator. Any confusion here?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, then why haven't you showed me? Huh? Okay. Next. So this is the normal. Okay, 11 is display the first name and last name of students in one column. Name the column as name. So obviously we have to concatenate. We studied in the last day function, concat function was there. So we need to use that function. So select concat. So concat will add the two names and we are using this as, that is the alias function which will rename this column. Because if we write concat f name and l name, it will not rename it. So we are renaming that column as name. So this is how it is printing. Okay. Next. So display the records of all students whose phone number are not provided. So phone number are not provided. So if you want to run this query, okay, you have to write another constant that is null. So select star from student, select star from student where phone is null, where phone number is null. So in this case, it will print where the number, it will print the detail of the student where the phone number is not provided. Okay. But if you write where phone is 0, then it will not print, then it will give you an error. Why? In the beginning of the classes, I told you there is a difference between null and 0. 0 is a value, but null means you have not provided any value. So you have to write it is null. Next. Just wait, where is it? Okay, number 13, right? So display the records of all students whose GPA is less than 7 and whose phone numbers are not provided. Again, this is a merging of two queries. You cannot do it separately, so you have to merge it. But here you see already the logical operator is mentioned, so you have to use the and operator, right? So simple, we have used, okay, this one I think, yeah. Select star from student where GPA is less than 7 and phone is null. Now it is printing empty set. Why it is empty set? It is not wrong. Okay, it is not wrong because in our table there is not a single, because we know in the AND operator both the conditions should match, then only it will print the result. In OR, what happens if any one of the condition is true, then it will print the result. But in AND logical operator, we can just say that it's the into, right? We multiplication we use. So both the condition like this, the GPA should be, these two conditions should be true. That is, GPA should be less than 7 and phone number is null. In that case, it will print the student. But in here, over here in our table, we know we don't have any value. We don't have any value that matches this both condition. You see, the person who have phone number, we have already deleted this 105 column. Okay, in this we have only 4 columns, 4 rows now. 101 to 104. So you see, in over here only phone number is null is 102. Okay, and but his GPA is greater than 7, so it will print obviously no empty set only. Okay, so it is not wrong, but our like table does not satisfy this condition, because all our this value, if we give less than 6, probably then it may come. Okay, less than less than 8, then it may it will print this result. Next, what is the question? Display the total and average GPA of all students. Label the column names accordingly. Now, this question, like many of you, you have done in 2 queries. Now, let me again tell you, it's a single, it will be a single query. Okay, it will be a single query. You need to find the total and average GPA in a single query. Okay. Let me show you this one. Okay. Like select sum of GPA as total. So I'm naming this sum of GPA as total. That means we are renaming it. We are using the alias function. Comma, average of GPA as average from student. So in that case, it will print total and average. So many of you that day when we are showing me, you have given us like you have found the sum like separately and the average separately. So that is not the correct answer. Okay. So you have to do it in a single query. Next question. Okay. Display the maximum and minimum GPA of all students. Level them similar to the earlier one, similar to number 14. So this one will be same, but instead of sum and average function, we'll be using the maximum and minimum. This one also many of you like have, instead of these 2 queries, you have done this 4 queries, like, so it will be a single query also, and we will be renaming it. Okay, we are renaming using the alias function. Okay, till this point, any confusion? Yes, students, any confusion?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Okay. Next question, number, I think 16. So display the total number of records of all students. Total number of records of all students. Then there is a full stop. Also display the total number of students who does not have a phone number. So in this case, you can see it's like a full stop is here. So you can consider it as 2 queries here. Okay, but the other one, see, it was a single query, but you can see in number 16 there are like 1 full stop. So there it can be now 2 queries will be there. So first we find out, display the total number of records of all students. So that means we have to use the count function. So select count star as to total students from, so we are counting the total number of students, how many students are there, right? So it is count star. Next, what is the query? What is the question? Also display the total number of students who does not have a phone number. So here what we do, same thing, we are counting the students, select count star as student, total student, okay, from the table student where phone is null. In that case, our answer will be only 1. Okay. Next is number 17. Display the total number of students in each different city. Now this question you have to use the group by clause, which we studied in the last class. Okay. Let's find out. This is the one, okay, not this one. So we are counting in each different cities. So we are finding the total number of students. So see, select city, count star from student, group by city. So in Shillong we have only 1 student, in Guwahati 1 student, in Dibrugarh we have 2 students. Okay, this is how we do it. And the last one is display the maximum average GPA of students belonging to same city. The query should have been very easy one, as we discussed in the class, like this one. Select max of average GPA from student, group by city. Okay, but it's saying that invalid use of group functions. Probably like it does not support in MySQL no more. So I need to check it out. Okay. So this was all about the assignment I have given you in the last few days. Is any confusion? Those who have not submitted. Let me. Longkir, please unmute yourself. Yes, Longkir, sleeping. Pallab. Now you understood? Is it clear? The lab part, is it clear? See, I told you, if you are like being lazy to install the software in your computer, go for DB Fiddle. You have internet, you can go for DB Fiddle. You have 3 hours of time on Wednesday, just try. Or you have like entire week time. This like you don't have so much load also this times, right? You are at home, just if you don't practice it, how will it happen? How will you like learn the things? You will say that I'll at least get the attendance. But getting the attendance is like we are having a lab, right? You need to show me. Pallab, did you understand? Or should I explain once more? Sankalpita? Okay. Anyone who have not understood this class? See, many people have showed me, like Avinash, I think Avinash, a few people have shown me, but just I wanted to discuss these things. Because you have done in separate queries, okay, even Prashant have done in the separate queries, so just informing you. that you need to do in a single query. Okay. So tomorrow I'll be discussing one more single row functions, because in that day's class we have discussed only the character and the numeric functions. We have the other 5 functions left. But tomorrow's class will discuss about it. So I hope like this lab part is clear, the assignment is done. So from next class, I hope people will be able to do it. Okay. So thank you everyone. So this was all I wanted to discuss today. Okay. Just let me take that like attendance. Just wait. Okay. Thank you everyone. So meet you all tomorrow. Okay. You all can leave now.